Hey friends, it's Amy Dove, the Keto Queen. I hope you're having a great day. It's Monday, it's after work time, and we are in the kitchen making one of my favorite comfort foods, guys. Who loves lasagna? If you love lasagna, give me some hearts in the comments and go ahead and share this video because, guys, if you didn't know that there was a low carb or even keto version of lasagna without a soggy vegetable noodle, I can't wait to show this recipe to you. I love this lasagna. It's my favorite one. There are so many ways to cook a low-carb lasagna, but it usually always includes a soggy vegetable. And I don't want a vegetable in my lasagna. I mean, if I have eggplant lasagna, that's one thing, but it's called eggplant lasagna. I want a regular old Southern keto, I want a good old Southern lasagna that's a keto style. So guys, as you jump on, let me know where you're watching from, and if you love lasagna in the comments, give me some hearts. And share this video. There's a share button right at the right hand corner. First things first, let's get our meat sauce ready. I'm using Carbone low carb marinara. You can use your favorite low carb marinara. I'm using the entire jar in 2 pounds of ground beef that I already cooked up. You're gonna see how fast this is to mix up and get ready. So I've got my Carbone marinara. One thing I love about the Carbone is it's already seasoned so good. You do not have to create your own sauce. If you want to, go for it. If you create your own, I'm sure it's gonna be delicious. But this is a low carb version that's going to be absolutely wonderful with our lasagna. And the only thing I'm gonna add in addition is a little bit, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put it in my cheese layer. So we're gonna make a noodle layered lasagna. Let me show you the noodles. All right, guys, as you're jumping on, hey, Micah, I see Rebecca and I see Joanne. How are you guys? There's more people watching, so as you jump on, let me know if you love lasagna by putting some hearts in the comments. Give me some hearts in the comments and share this video so we can show other people how easy it is to change out just a few ingredients to make an amazing lasagna. So most everyone buys lasagna noodles when you cook lasagna, right? But that's not keto, that's not low carb at all. Look at this. Guys, this is my noodle layer, and I'm fixing to tell you how I did it, and I'm gonna get my pizza cutter out to cut me some noodles. All right, this is so easy. You can cut these long ways, you can cut them this way, it doesn't matter. I'm actually gonna use this small little, I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna use this one or a bigger one. Let me check out and see what else I got over here. I wanna make sure it's easy to get out. That's gonna be too big. I don't think I'll have enough meat sauce to use that. I'm gonna use this one. So look, for your noodles, you can cut them whichever way you want. You can make them this way or this way. I'm gonna do this way. And let me tell you, this is so fast and easy for your noodle. Guys, it's not a soggy vegetable. It actually works perfectly in your lasagna as a noodle. I'm gonna take it off this hot pan so you can cool off just a few seconds. But let me tell you what's in it. We took 2 eggs, 4 ounces of softened cream cheese, 1.5 cup of mozzarella shredded cheese, and a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. That's all I did. So 2 eggs, 1.5 cups of mozzarella cheese, and I just told you, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. So 2 eggs. Oh, so 4 ounces of softened cream cheese. It's been a day, y'all. It's been a day. All you do is mix that in a bowl just like this one. That's what I did a while ago. And then we mixed it all together, put it on parchment paper, spreading it out as thin as you want to. I like this pan because it's the perfect size to create just a noodle for my 9x13 casserole. All right, so we took it out of the oven and we cooked it on 350 for about 20 minutes. So guys, trust me, if you've had this recipe before, in the comments, tell me you love my lasagna. This is the Keto Queen lasagna. All right, so we're going to cut our noodles now, and I'm gonna do it this way. You can make them as thick or as thin as you want. You can use this in a smaller casserole to make double layers. I'm just gonna have 1 single layer lasagna because I'm in a hurry and I want to get this, I want to be done. So we're just gonna keep it simple and make a 1 layer. So again, you can cut these either way. You can make them long, you can make them this way. So we've got our noodles ready. Look guys, it is just like a lasagna noodle. It is not a soggy vegetable. It's gonna be so delicious in our recipe. All right, so I'm gonna move those out of the way so they can keep on cooling off, I've got my meat sauce. So we have 2 pounds of ground beef, and I added a whole jar of Carbone's low carb marinara. You can use any marinara you love. If you love Rayo's, if you love Victoria, there's a lot of low carb options. Just get you a low carb marinara that you love. And I've just got my meat sauce sitting over here. Okay, now we've got our 9 by 13. You know, for a lasagna, actually I had to get a reminder because it's been so long since I made one. You want a thin layer of meat sauce on the bottom so that your noodles don't stick. So just a thin layer of meat sauce, or you could just add some marinara on the bottom. Don't even have to have meat, but I'm gonna put a little meat here. I'm gonna chop up that ground beef there. All right, so we're gonna put a thin little layer of ground beef, my meat sauce on the bottom. Whoops, somebody's phone's ringing. Little thin layer. And then we're going to have our cheese, and we're gonna have a ricotta cheese layer. So guys, if you've had my lasagna before, in the comments tell me I've had the Keto Queen's lasagna and it's delicious. If you haven't yet, you guys are gonna be in for a treat. Make sure you share this video so you can come back and find it on your page and your friends can see. And give me some hearts and comments if you love lasagna. Like, I love a good Southern comfort lasagna. And you can make it keto style without a veggie that's soggy. Okay, we've got our thin layer of meat. That's all we need on the bottom. We are going to now go ahead and put our noodles. And that actually is, okay, actually could cut it a little smaller, it's all right. I told you I'm only doing 1 layer. We're gonna keep it super simple at the house tonight. I actually might have enough layer. I could actually do 2 layers, I think. That's all right, we're not going to. We're just gonna pile it in here. I love, love, love these lasagna noodles. All right, so we've got our layer of noodles. If you want to cook 2 pans, you can, and layer this as many times as you want to. Super simple tonight. We've got our 1 layer. All right, I got 1 little bread stick left, and we can do whatever we want to with it. All right, now I love a ricotta cheese layer. I'm gonna check the comments real quick to see if you guys are saying anything to me. Could you freeze it? Yes, Jessica, you sure can. But I tell you what, when we cook this, if there's any leftovers, we eat it for lunch, or we eat it for leftover night. I always have some type of leftover night, whether it's a Friday night or Saturday lunch, but we eat it all through the week. Hey, Josie. Josie had to remind me. I was just telling you I had to have a reminder on what goes in the bottom. It's been so long. Oh, yeah. Gloria's had this lasagna. She loves it. Brittany likes lasagna. This is delicious, Tammy said. Okay, guys. I'm excited to share it with you again because it's been a long time since I cooked this. So we've got our meat sauce. Just 2 pounds of ground beef with a low-carb marinara. We're just letting it simmer over here. We've made our noodles. The noodles, again, if you missed it, guys, it's so simple. You just turn your oven on 350, get you a sheet pan like this, put you some parchment paper in it, and then we're going to mix these few ingredients. The ingredients, 2 eggs, 4 ounces of softened cream cheese, really soft so you can mix, 1.5 cup of mozzarella shredded, and 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Just mix all that together. Spread it thin over your parchment paper. I made it the length of this. That's why it's filled out here, and I got 1 left. We're going to cook this on 350 for about 20 minutes until it starts to brown and it's formed. It doesn't jiggle, it doesn't shake. Let it cool off, guys, and then cut it with your knife or your pizza cutter into the size of noodle you want. This looks like a lasagna noodle. Here's my one that's left over. Lasagna noodle. It's not a soggy vegetable. All right, so we've got our noodle layer. Now we're going to make our ricotta cheese layer. Who's with me? Who loves a ricotta cheese in their lasagna? Some people like cottage cheese. I'm a ricotta fan. So I've got 1 hefty cup of ricotta cheese. It's a hefty cup. 1 hefty cup of ricotta cheese. I got 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. 1 egg.
I don't even know. I can't it all. I put
All right, and we've got some Italian. I'm going to do a teaspoon of Italian because my son-in-law really gives me a hard time. He said, I just love Italian. And he said it so much. So I'm going to do 2 teaspoons. Two teaspoons of Italian. And I'm going to go ahead and add some onion powder. I normally don't do this inside my cheese layer, but why not? Instead of putting it inside my meat, I'm just going to put some onion powder in there to taste. That's it. All right, and we're going to mix up this cheese layer. 1 egg, 1 cup of ricotta cheese, 1/2 cup of Parmesan, and the seasonings of your choice. I'm using Italian and onion powder. All right, let me turn that off because it's getting hot. Look, we're just mixing this together. It's going to be a delicious cottage cheese layer. Now, let me ask you a question. Everybody does this different. So do you put your cottage cheese on your noodles or over your meat sauce? I'm actually going to put the meat sauce. I'm going to put my cottage cheese first. I don't care how y'all do it. I'm going to do a cottage cheese layer over my noodles. Then I'm going to add the meat, and then I'm going to add some mozzarella cheese. Pop this bad boy in the oven until that mozzarella is melted on top, and you've got a delicious keto friendly and low carb lasagna. All right, the more the merrier. I love this layer. This is my favorite layer. I love the cottage cheese layer, not cottage cheese. I love the ricotta cheese layer. So the more the merrier, the thicker the better as far as I'm concerned. It makes it so gooey and delicious. You also can add some mozzarella over the top to this and on top of the meat sauce if you want to. But the more the merrier. I might have a little extra because I normally do layer this, but I'm tired and I want to finish up and get out of the kitchen. It's been a day. All right, but guys, just because it's been a day doesn't mean I let myself off the hook. Like, we're on a journey, and our intentions and our commitments are so important to the success of our health. So I've had a day. Let me just tell you, I've had a day. Started off with water coming out of my ceiling at work, paperwork galore, Lord have mercy, trying to read and understand proposals for bids. Like, it ain't been an easy day. I could have easily stopped at the gas station and grabbed a pizza. I could have stopped at Walmart. I could have stopped at McDonald's. I could have stopped anywhere and got supper. But guys, we're on a journey, so our commitments are so important. So no matter the day, we're going to keep on going. So let me add now my meat layer. So we just made the ricotta cheese. Now I'm adding my meat layer, and then I'm going to put my Parmesan over top this. You guys can do it however you want. Everybody does their lasagnas a little different. I have used the noodle recipe for pizza crust. Yes, Gloria, it's so good. I love this layer, this bread layer that I just made, the noodle layer. I actually use it different, so you can season it however you want. And you can use it for pizza. You can use it for flatbreads. You can use it as a pizza bread. You can do anything you want to with that. I also have used it for a crust of a casserole. So everyone loves a sausage cream cheese casserole, right? So I've used that recipe, just seasoning it a little differently and putting that on the bottom of my sausage cream cheese casserole. So there's so many things you can do with this noodle layer. All right, I'm just spreading this out. This is my meat sauce. About to add that mozzarella cheese to the top, and we have got a delicious dinner that is ready to go. We'll put this in the oven on 350 until that cheese melts. Guys, I'm curious, what are you doing for dinner tonight? If I have ever encouraged you guys, given you good recipes, inspired you in any way, please make sure you share these videos. There's a share button right in the bottom corner, and I'm asking you to share my videos so we can show everyone how we all work together and encourage each other and eat really good food that is fast in the kitchen, in and out. All right, I'm almost done. I like a lot of meat sauce. My son-in-law has given me such a hard time over seasoning things with Italian, so I did not put a whole lot of Italian seasoning in here. And I'm going to use a lot of cheese because I love cheese. Now, you could have put the cheese in between the meat mix. You could have put it on top of the noodles. You can do it however you want to. I'm just going to load it over the top. I like a lot of sauce. Y'all see that? Woo, this is going to be good. Who loves lasagna? Give me some hearts if this looks amazing. Tutu, you can't have no lasagna. You can't have no lasagna. All right, mozzarella time. Mozzarella time. We're going to take this mozzarella all over the top of this bad boy, and then I might even add some more. So, hey Connie, how are you? The recipe is in this post, guys. As soon as I finish this live video, all you have to do is go back to my page or click my picture in the top, and it's going to take you right back to this actual post where you'll see the link for this recipe. I love lasagna, and this keto-friendly version is absolutely amazing. If it sounds good to you, give me some hearts and share this video, and I definitely do not have enough mozzarella in that bag. All right, let me grab some more. Mozzarella time. Mozzarella. We don't never run out of cheese in my house. I'll just open it. I did not even taste my meat sauce, but I know it's delicious because I love the carbone, low carb marinara. Use whatever marinara you love, but guess what? If you don't know what it tastes like, go ahead and taste that meat mix. And make sure you don't need to add extra seasonings like Italian or oregano or onion powder or garlic powder. Like, I really like garlic and everything, and I didn't put any in here. Did y'all notice that? It ain't done. I ain't done. I'm gonna put just a little bit of garlic powder over top of my cheese, a little bit of oregano over top of my cheese, so when it comes out, you can actually see those seasonings melted into it, and it looks so pretty. So that's what I'm gonna do, and you don't have to have a lot, just a little bitty bit to go over your cheese. All right, guys, I'm loading it up. You can do less if you want to, but don't judge me. I love my cheese. All right. Lastly, we're gonna use a little bit of a little bit of garlic powder and a little bitty tiny bit of oregano. See if I can get it to come out. I'm going to go really slow, so I don't want to get crazy. Just a little bit of garlic. Who else loves lasagna? All right, and a little bit of oregano. I've got it in here somewhere. Oregano, here we go. I ain't open yet. I think I got one right here. Yep, there's one. Oregano. Love oregano. All right. Oh, there ain't very much in here. Let me see if I can get it out. I'm gonna make a mess. I'm going to make a mess, Ellie. May? Here we go. Here we go. A little bit of oregano over the top. I mean, there ain't nothing coming out here. It's almost gone. You ain't gonna see much of this when the cheese melts. Ooh, it's gonna be good though, y'all. All right, I gotta clean up this darn mess behind me, but guys, dinner is going in the oven. It's already cooked. It's all cooked. The noodles are cooked. The ground beef is cooked. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that layer. Y'all give me some hearts if that does not look good and sound absolutely delicious. Yummy in my tummy, like Ricky says. This is gonna be Tony Roni. I'm gonna put it in the oven on 350. Give me just a second. I'm gonna do that for about 20 minutes. Probably will cook even faster than 20 minutes, but that's what I'm gonna do with it. And I got this one little bread layer left. I made this noodle layer and I had too much. So guess what? I'm gonna dip it right into my meat sauce. We're gonna have this little appetizer and we ain't gonna tell Ricky. We're just gonna have it for ourselves. So good. This is gonna be a delicious lasagna. Guys, I hope y'all have a great night. If I can help you in any way, don't hesitate to reach out. I can't wait to see you guys later. And if I can help you, just let me know. Bye, guys.